Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another great episode of Jaycees TV. I'm your host, Stephen S. Fappis, 95th President of JCI Michigan. Thanks for coming to the show. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in to Jaycees TV. I'm here with my first guest, Sarah Austin, who is JCI Michigan's Chief Operations Officer, or as we kindly refer to them as COO, or as a very super secret for all my viewers at home, we call her Stone Cold Sarah Austin. So here she is. Welcome to the show, Sarah. Thanks for being here. Tell us a little bit about what the COO is and does.
So the COO is kind of the planning behind all of the state events. So that role is in charge of our 3 state conferences a year, as well as our other socials throughout the year, such as our boat bash, our family camping weekend, and various other activities throughout the year. I like to jokingly say that I'm the JCI Michigan Cruise Director, and that's kind of the main part of it. It's also taking care of some of the other things as far as making sure we have shirts and name tags and things like that for the state officers, as well as some marketing and swag materials for our members to be able to choose.
Right on. So Sarah's pretty much my right hand when it comes to running the state. And when she said various other activities, that comprises the 300 emails that we get a week. So there's quite a bit to do, and I really appreciate her help. This is not a job you can do by yourself. You need a team, and we have a great team. So you said cruise director. We just did our boat bash. That was a fantastic project. Had almost 100 of us out on the river in Grand Rapids. So as Chief Operations Officer, do you see those events moving forward into next year?
Absolutely.
Right on.
We had a wonderful time on the river.
Yeah.
It was nice because we moved the event, which has previously been held here on the east side of the state, out to the west side of the state, which allowed our chapters on the west side of the state to be able to attend. And it was a blast. We had a live band. We had a great time. And I think it's something that we definitely should continue, because it's nice to have an event that we don't have to try and cram all of these other activities into. Our conferences are wonderful, but it's a lot of stuff in a tight weekend. And by having this type of boat bash or family camping weekend, it gives us a chance to just have fun together as
That's
JCs.
right. Everything is very scripted, especially when you come to a conference. And when you get there, it's like, okay, we're here at 7 a.m. and at 8 a.m. we're doing this, and at noon we're doing lunch. So when you do a boat bash or this camping, it's, hey, we get to relax and just enjoy each other's company. And that's a huge part of leadership, is really getting together with your team. So I appreciate that. An event we have coming up soon is Meet the Candidates. Tell us what that is.
So JCI Michigan every year has an election for for most of our state officers, for our president, our programming vice president, our membership vice president, and then our 5 district directors. And this is an opportunity for the members throughout the state to get to know the candidates. Because we are spread all across the state of Michigan, many times it's hard for everyone in the local chapters to be able to meet the candidates. So the event is held in Lansing, and it will be held on August 10th.
Right on.
And for those that can't make the drive down to Lansing, we also will be doing a web version of it, so you can actually watch the questions being asked.
Oh, that's cool.
But the great thing is, if you're able to make it to the event, there's a question and answer session at the end of each candidate's speech. So if you're a local member who wants to ask a specific question regarding programming or membership or of the presidential candidate, it's your opportunity to ask whatever questions you want.
That's awesome. And I sat in the hot seat before, so I got a serious on-the-spot question for you. COO is a huge position in JCI Michigan. Are you thinking about upping the game, maybe gunning for the top seat? What are you thinking of?
Well, I think I can now officially state that I will be a candidate for the 2020 JCI Michigan State President.
Yes, that's fantastic.
I'm very excited for this. It's something that I've been working towards and thinking about for many years. My theme is going to be the one.
Be the one.
And sometimes it's just one project, one member, one event, one community that can make all the difference. And that's what I want us to focus on. We are a great state organization. And we do some amazing programming in our local communities, and we need to make sure that we're focused on that. And the tools to be able to get those members to be able to do the things they need to do.
Right.
I've been a JC for almost 13 years now, and I've
Right on.
seen many ways of doing things, and I hope to be able to bring some of that history and things that have worked in the past, things that haven't, and I'm very much excited to hear the things that the newer members think is things we should be doing that we haven't.
That's so important to reach out and say, hey, what should this organization be about? And this is, JCI is so different than any of the other organizations because we ask our members and we help our members become leaders, but we do that through doing the things that they're already passionate about. And as state leadership, if we're not asking them what they want to do, we're doing a disservice to our whole leadership chain. So that's really good thoughts, and I'm looking forward to asking you maybe a couple questions as outgoing president to the future leadership and incoming president. So
yes, President Steve, you have the wonderful spot of being one of the state presidents and past presidents that gets to ask all of the tough questions of all the candidates, especially the presidential candidates.
Yeah, I think I'll think of some special ones. You know me; it's usually funny, but.
Will there be rock, paper, scissors?
Potentially, that's how we figured out who would go between us for VP. So maybe we'll do another rock, paper, scissors bout.
Awesome.
I'm down with that. So cool. But getting into the rest of this year, we have a huge project coming up, and this is really why I wanted you to come on the show. It's our Fall Leadership Conference. And we've been planning this really the whole year.
Absolutely.
So just break us into it. Start telling us something about the Fall Leadership Conference.
So the Fall Leadership Conference is going to be September 6th through the 8th. It's going to be held at the McCallamy Plaza in Battle Creek, Michigan. And it's basically going to be a weekend of everything you can think of for Jaycees and JCI. We're going to have some amazing seminars and trainings that this year we've done a new thing, as you know. We're opening up our trainings to non-JCI members to attend.
Yes.
So one of the things that we're doing is we're promoting for individuals in the Battle Creek area who want to come out and get some amazing top-notch training to come out to our event and see what the JCs are about, as well as get some top-notch training.
Right on.
We'll also obviously be doing our awards ceremony. So we'll be recognizing all of our second quarter recipients. As well as for both chapters and for individual members. And that's going to be pretty amazing. One of my favorite parts is we'll have our first timers competition, which is for anybody that it's their first conference attending. They have the Michigan JC Senate puts together a kind of all the things to do to get your feet wet at conference that's done on Friday night and into Saturday morning. And I think that's a great way for new attendees, whether you've been a JC for many years and this is your first conference, to truly see what our conference is about and meet all sorts of great people. We also, for the first time in my memory, we are also going to be doing a community involvement project.
Yes.
So
Huge.
we will be doing, and this is one of the first places this is being announced, so you guys all get the first words.
You heard it here first on Jaycees TV, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in.
We will be partnering with SOAP, which stands for Save Our Adolescents from Prostitution, which is a program that puts bars of soap in hotels that has a red band on the bottom that has the National Human Trafficking Hotline on it. And this is a project that many chapters have looked into doing, and I'm super excited that we're going to be able to do it on a statewide level, which then the chapters can then bring it to their local communities and do it in all of our local communities. Human trafficking was a huge focus of the organization last year, and one of the facts I learned last year that was very surprising to me is that Michigan is one of the top 3 states in the country for human trafficking.
That blew me away too. Like you don't hear about it until you go through one of the trainings or really learn the ways that they're predating, I don't know, capturing people.
Yes, absolutely. And then the other things we've got going on, we of course will have our great socials. So both on Friday night and Saturday night, we'll have the DJ and dancing and all sorts of fun. Some pretty amazing food, I gotta say. Looking at the menu.
You know who planned it.
I know who planned it. The food's good. And then also, as we mentioned earlier, on Friday night we'll be having the elections for the officers.
Yes.
So across the state, the chapters will get to vote for the president, the programming vice president, and the membership vice president. And then based on district, they'll cast their votes for their district directors. So it's a huge conference with a whole bunch of stuff, but it's going to be a ton of fun. Yep,
it's always a blast. And I got to say, as a new member coming into the organization, obviously I started here in Wyandotte. It's my home, and I'm very proud of my city. But the first thing I did is went to a conference and realized I'm part of this bigger world where there's so much more to do, and you get to find out what the other chapters are doing, and really that camaraderie. You create this tight bond with people all over the state, and the longer you stay a member, it becomes over the nation and internationally, as both you and I've experienced. But really that opened the door to something totally new and unique to me. Basically, it's a weekend, but that one weekend can change your life.
Absolutely.
It's less than $100. You're in the conference, you're fed, you can go to all the trainings and all the seminars and get that first-timers experience. So I really urge people to go.
And it's a great experience. It's a great opportunity to learn what other chapters are doing. So in my home chapter of Westland, we went to a conference, I'm going to say 4 or 5 years ago. And one of the trainers was talking, who is John Greco from the west side of the state, was talking about barbecue competitions. And at home, we had kind of joked about the fact, and the mayor had kind of talked to us about doing a backyard barbecue competition.
Yeah.
So we went, oh, well, maybe we could do this. And, because of that, it's now turned into our fourth annual barbecue competition in Westland. And the project ideas that I've learned from other members, just sitting around a table, having lunch.
Right.
And and most importantly, the friendships.
Right. It is huge.
You and I became friends 13 years ago at conference, and the hundreds of Jaycees that I've met from my conference attendances. I mean, that's what the real gold in the center of it
the other
is.
benefits are great. I started my business here. Everybody advances their career in Jaycees, but you take these friends with you for the rest of your life. And that alone is worth more than almost the whole membership of the organization.
Absolutely.
So I totally agree with you. So going to the conference, one thing that we have coming up, and this is new for this year, it's called JCI Talks. Can you tell us a bit about that?
So JCI Talks are going to be we started them in February. So this Battle Creek will be the third time we've done the JCI Talks. And they're 7-minute quick speeches by various members of both the Jaycees as well as external speakers talking about a specific topic. And it's great because you get a variety of people's perspective in a very short time. You don't have to go and attend 7 or 8 trainings to hear 7 or 8 people's perspective.
You take the whole day, right.
You get one block of time, you get a whole bunch of information, and it's pretty great.
Yeah, I've loved the first 2 sessions. This next session is going to be awesome too. So tell me this, Sarah, how do we register? How do we come to your conference?
So the best way to register is to go to www.jcimi.org and then go under the events tab, which will be on the top, and choose the Fall Leadership Conference and Elections. And from there, it's going to take you to Eventbrite, and then you can choose whichever ticket package you want. Now, on that note, there are 2 different ticket packages for most members. There's the regular registration, and then there's the package. The only difference between regular registration and the package is the package gives you the fellowship breakfast on Sunday morning. But I'm so excited to see everybody come out to Battle Creek. We're going to have a great time.
It's going to be a blast. And dude, take up that full package where you get the fellowship breakfast. Right now, early bird's still available till the end of July. Is that right?
That is correct. So until the end of July, it is $80 for the regular package and $95 for the package with the fellowship breakfast.
Nice touch. I'm the 95th president, so we got a nice little tie-in with my number and the price. So Sarah, I'm obviously going to be at the conference. You're going to be at the conference, but all of you need to come to this conference. It's going to be a great time in Battle Creek. And Sarah, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, Steve.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Jaycees TV. Hope you had a great time, as I know you did, checking out our calendar of events. I'm here in our second segment, and I have a great friend of mine with me today, Susan Dials, who is the founder of the Kindness Rally. And I have her here to talk about the Kindness Rally and how awesome it is. So hey Sue, what is the Kindness Rally?
So the Kindness Rally is a random act of kindness road rally where teams of participants compete to do as many good deeds and kindness challenges as they can within a 4-hour time frame. And this event is a multi-city event. So it's the same day, the same time, but it's held
Okay.
in multiple cities, actually this year around the world. But
That is crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy. So I participated, I think, just about every year. I don't know if I actually hit the first year or not. We'll have to look back at the
Yeah.
record books to see if I was there. I hope I was.
There's pictures.
There's pictures. We'll see. But yeah, like you said, it encompasses like all different cities at the same time. So how do they participate together like that?
So we utilize social media to kind of drive that impact of our teams and what they're doing, and also encourage other people to join in, even beyond the rally on a different
Sweet.
day, and kind of inspire that acts of kindness and keep that going. So different cities are all posting at the same time, and whoever has the most at the end of the day wins. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, when they complete a kindness challenge, they post to social media, and that's how they're crossing off that challenge.
Okay,
So-
that's pretty cool. And what a cool way to tie in social media. So, and I noticed just from watching this the last couple of years, like those topics start to be trending, the challenges start to be like trending topics on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram if they're posting on Instagram too. I think mostly Facebook, right?
Yeah.
But they can use all the different sites. And people start noticing our organization. And the biggest thing for me is that people see what JCI Michigan's about. And when you're doing that with kindness, I think it's a great way to really share what we do. Super cool. So how did the kindness rally come about?
So originally, this event started in 2016. I was the community vice president in my local chapter with the Jaycees.
What was your local chapter?
Redford.
Redford.
Wearing the Redford
Pretty
red.
dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know if they caught that. That's all right.
So I was a community vice president, and when in that role, you know, you try to think of ways that you can impact your community and something different maybe than the year before. And something that's always been really important to me is paying it forward. So
Right on.
you do something nice for someone, they do, you know, 3 more nice things for other strangers, and so on, and it continues. So during my year as community VP, I was really into trying to get our whole chapter to do random acts of kindness around the city throughout the whole year. But when it came time to our road rally event, which
Right.
is typically like a scavenger hunt, I was like, you know, why don't we incorporate
change
the two?
this up, yeah.
Let's flip it. So we incorporated random acts of kindness into our rally, and that was originally called the Rally for Redford because it was only in
Redford
our
the first
city.
year, yeah.
And we did 250 acts of kindness in that one day, the same model that we still use today.
Wow.
And then the following year, due to our social media impact, chapters around the state of Michigan wanted to get involved. And the second year, we did over 1,200 acts of kindness around
Jeez.
Michigan. And then last year was our 3rd year, and we actually got other states like Minnesota, Colorado, Ohio, other states,
Right on.
and then even Australia.
I know
So-
we had to go international.
Yeah.
This year we're hoping to pick up Canada.
Yeah.
Obviously hit Australia again and really just make this thing
Yeah,
blow
we've
up.
had
So.
interest from Germany. We have a
It's-
whole list of
I
people.
just can't believe it. Like you're a hometown girl
Yeah.
from Redford, and next thing you know, oh, we have Germany calling.
Yeah,
Oh, hey.
it's
you
been
know.
crazy to try to grow
Du
with
hast
the event.
mich. I don't
and-
know what they say in German. But
Yeah, trying to grow the event and keep it like a structure that can keep growing too. So
Right.
yeah, to date we've done over 4,450 acts of kindness.
wow,
So,
and it's only like this is year 4, so this is
Yeah, we're
really
just starting.
only 3 years completed. We've done that
Yeah.
much. That's crazy. So,
Yep.
and I've been a part of it. It's so easy to do. It feels natural. You feel good about it. The 3 or 4 hours goes by like in a blink of an eye, and you're really just trying to do more and more. You're like,
Yeah.
how can I be more kind to somebody? It's crazy what
Yeah.
it does to you, but it's super cool. So we talked about the impact kind of over the years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happens like post-event, like after the event?
So the best part is, that's actually my favorite part, is so when you're doing this rally, these are your challenges, and you're doing these kind things maybe because you have these instructions to do so.
Okay.
But during the event even, there's create your own. So you're in this mindset, and the people start to create their own ideas of how to be kind, and those are great.
Yeah.
But the best part comes after, when the event's long over and it's 3 months down the line, and you see an opportunity to help someone where you might have usually, maybe you're in a hurry on the way to work or something, you might have
Right.
passed by, but now you're more apt to be kind to that person and help others way after the event is over.
That's awesome.
It really lasts all year.
Right. And I even know for me, like it broke me out of my comfort zone enough to say, oh, you know what, I'll help them with their groceries. Like,
Yeah.
you know that they don't feel weird about it, but getting that challenge to push you out of your
Yeah.
comfort zone is really what, which makes it okay. So that was a really good point. So tell me about your 2019, we talked a little bit about the global reach, but specifically, I heard you're trying to, or we're actually in with Pieces Possible.
Yes, we are partnering with the Pieces Possible campaign this year, and we have moved our event to International Day of Peace, and that is
awesome. September 21st.
September 21st.
For those of you that follow International Day of Peace, like I know you do.
Yeah, so we are an option for Pieces Possible on that day. There are multiple different events going on. We are one of them. We are included in their app that they have. So we're really geared up for a global reach this year. Like I said, we have countries already contacting us, but being included with their programming, that's going to help us get more attention worldwide.
Right on. That's fantastic. So now we're on this global stage. It sounds like you probably have bigger goals. So let's talk about that.
We do. This event is completely run from sponsorships and donations. And each year, any money that's left over, we give to the teams that participate. We divide it up and to give back to the community. So every year we're starting from zero.
That's crazy. I love that.
Yeah, it's hard every year because we have to keep growing and then keep earning that money and trying to find sponsors. But we really view it very important to keep giving back to the community.
Are you still looking for sponsors this year?
Yes, we are. So because we're starting from zero, we're looking for a lot of sponsors. We have a bigger sponsorship goal. We are hoping to implement an app to help the flow of the event, especially that it's taking place in other countries. We needed a structure that was going to be easy to duplicate. So we're really hoping to get that going so that we can make it a really easy transition. And then we also provide the T-shirts for the participants in our event, and then we help with supplies. Every team gets a bag of supplies, so it's like crafting supplies, markers, and things like that to make handmade cards or anything your heart desires.
We did that last year, I remember.
Yeah, so we try to provide as much as we can to our teams so that they can focus on giving back to the community, and maybe they want to buy a coffee for someone in line behind them or something like that. We'd rather they spend their money in the community.
So how do you get involved? When's registration? How do we do this?
Yeah, so registration opens on August 1st.
Okay.
But right now you can go to thekindnessrally.org, and you can also go there on August 1st if you want to register.
All right.
And on social media, we're on Facebook and Instagram as @thekindnessrally.
Okay.
So you can check us out, send us a message. We have info@thekindnessrally.org if you want to shoot us an email.
This is so official.
Yeah.
For a third-year event, you have a lot going on.
We've been working hard. I have a whole committee this year, which has been really excellent. So we're working hard to make it the best as possible.
I know it's going to be huge. So, like, most of this is hosted by JCI chapters, or is it most not JCIs?
Yes. I would say 98% of it is JCI chapters. Last year, we had one of our main sponsors, Planet Fitness. They actually hosted the event in the city of Westland.
Cool.
But other than that, it's all like family. It's all our Jaycees.
All right, cool. I love
taking it up, hosting the event. So, but they also partner with local businesses, other community organizations, police and fire, the libraries. Like, it's about bringing your whole community together.
Wicked.
So even though this event has gone worldwide now, the main focus is on the local community. So we really want to make our impact there. It's just all happening at once, and we're creating a ripple of positivity.
That's awesome. And I know the crew of this show. They're also Wyandotte Jaycees, a lot of the crew of the show. And I know they do a lot of yoga back there and whisper back and forth while we're trying to be super serious up here. But I know they're going to be on the team. They've already talked about trying to gun for #1 spot again.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to watch that happen. I'm obviously participating. But this year, me and you did something kind of unique. And you're also the Communications and Technology Director for JCI Michigan.
I am.
So you got a lot on your plate. But we said, hey, our chapters want to learn how to recruit members, and we as a state board, we want to teach them what to do. So we're creating a spin-off event called One Team, One Drive.
I like you call it a spin-off. That's true.
Right, it is, right?
Yeah.
So,
One Team, One Drive.
So tell me a little bit about what brought that idea to your head, and what are we doing with that?
So we were talking about trying to help our members learn ways to recruit, and we always say, hey, we need to grow, but we're giving them tools. We have like some flyers, and we have social media posts they can share and things. So we have some tools. We know we need to give them more, but we don't want to just give them the tools and leave them there.
Walk away,
like
right.
we're still just like asking them to make growth in their chapter, but not really showing them how. So we're starting to think of how, and you and I were talking about how this is getting people to go outside their comfort zone.
Right.
And as soon as you said that, I was like, wow, that's just like the kindness rally. That's what we try to do there, is get you outside of your comfort zone to take those extra steps to be kind. So now you're taking those extra steps to let the world know, let your community know about your chapter, what the Jaycees are, what we're doing, and we're giving you all the tools to go with it. So in planning this, it's kind of modeled after our first year with the kindness rally. It's a little bit smaller scale. There's smaller challenges, but they're all focused on membership growth, meeting people in your community, making those connections.
Sending out an email, putting a flyer somewhere.
Yes. And it's exciting because we've actually been working on a lot of the tools. So we have like these cool business cards coming. We have flyers.
Awesome.
Like we have a bunch of cool tools to give out to the chapters. And we're having a champion from each chapter.
Yep.
So
listen up, chapters, if you're watching this. I know you're catching it on the web. Unless you all subscribe to Wyandotte Cable, which is a really cool show. And obviously they sponsor this show, so make sure you check out Wyandotte Cable. But we need a champion from each chapter. We need somebody that says, hey, I'll be the champion for this. We only need 2 people as a minimum to be a team. So I know some of you chapters are struggling a little bit with getting people involved, but if you have 2 people, you can go and do this. And for our larger chapters, or if you get more people involved, you can have up to like 6 people on a team going all throughout the community. So please participate in this. It's going to be so cool. And Susan, thanks for bringing up the idea. Anything else you want to add for JCI Michigan or for the Kindness Rally?
Just for either event, like he said, it only needs 2 people. You don't need to have a giant, huge team or even a ton of support in your chapter to be the champion of this and to get it going. Because odds are that you start one year, you might have 1 team or 2 teams. The next year, you're going to have many more. So you can be the one to kick that off and get it going.
That's awesome. I like how you segue that into 1 team, because that could be 1 team, 1 dream.
1 team, 1 dream.
So I'd like to thank Susan for being on the show. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We're going to participate in those events. Can't wait to do it. Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning in to another great episode of Jaycees TV. I'd like to take a quick second again to thank our guests Susan and Sarah for talking about their awesome events, the Kindness Rally and our September conference, our Fall Leadership Conference coming up. Attend those events. And speaking of events, a huge event for Wyandotte Jaycees is our haunted house. And the crew is already building at the location 3131 Biddle. So if you know somebody that's interested, this is great for teenagers, keeps them out of trouble. Come on up there, fill out an application, and it's volunteer work. I mean, but it's an amazing time. You get to learn a lot of skills, and there's a great family of people up there at the haunted house. That crew is amazing. I've watched them grow over 10, 15 years, and they'll take good care of you, and this project really helps our community. It's a great fundraiser for the Wyandotte Jaycees, and it's just a really fun time for us all to get together, get scared a little bit at the haunted house, and be part of something bigger, community together. Also, we have our GMMs. They're the second Tuesday of every month at 7:30 at the Copeland Center. In September, we're going to be doing something awesome, some vision boards, and in August, we're going to be painting rocks, potentially for an event that you heard about earlier today, the Kindness Rally. So that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for tuning in.